Welcome to Your Visionary Podcast. This podcast is specifically for you and your vision. Get ready to grow. Let's go.
Life is in the detour, so every detour we experience, that's an opportunity to learn something.
You sell yourself. Doesn't matter if you're selling ice in Alaska or if you're selling sugarcane in Haiti. They're going to buy from you.
Man, all of this knowledge is in captivity when it should be out in the world. He couldn't believe that I had 25 years, but the way I carried myself, you'd have thought I had 25 days left.
We try to be something so great, and we forget that we're just being humans. We're human beings, and it's like we're enough right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Your Visionary Podcast. Today we have a really important episode for you guys. We have Bronkar Lee, international best-selling author, music specialist, international speaker, and just an overall great human being. Bronkar, how are you, man?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you, Christian?
Doing good, man. I'm so glad to have you here, and I thank you, for your time.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to give everyone, a great message, great energy.
Yeah.
And so how we start this off, we always ask, what is your purpose statement and how did you discover it?
Nice. So my purpose statement is a mouthful, right? Because I'm a speaker, so that's what I do. My purpose is to support myself and others to feel alive, to be connected, to be fully present in the moment, to experience happiness, laughter, and excitement, and to be truly amazed and inspired at what's humanly possible. For me, was stepping in the face of fear and taking it on, like head on, was when I was 28 years old. I met my biological father for the first time.
Oh, wow. That story. And how we started off, what's a quote that you live by?
The quote that I live by is, as a man thinketh, so is he.
So is he, okay. And what does that mean to you?
Oftentimes, we get a lot of stuff that is perpetuated in the media and stuff like that. And once you gravitate to all of that stuff, sometimes if you don't have a strong mind, that can control how you think. So yeah. I live by that because I control how I think. I don't let the media control how I think.
All right, for sure, that's dope. And so I know you weren't always the man you are today. So just take us through your story. What led you here today?
Originally, I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with the violence and everything that goes on there. Born and raised in the Henry Horner projects. Outgrew that. We moved to the west side of Chicago. And during that time, I would like to say not only me, but my parents were exposed to a life of drugs. So me growing up with my siblings at the time, we saw that our home it went from being a nice home, two working parents, to like a drug spot. So it was like I saw that daily. So the self-preservation kicked in, whereas I had to do whatever I could do to, survive for me and my siblings.
Yeah, I've got a couple different mission purpose statements, but for our company, it is we want to leave a legacy that builds strength in our community. So everything that we do is giving back to the community. So there's a saying in life that we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. We make a living by what we get, and we make a life by what we give. And we take that purpose statement and we really incorporate it into our company and all of our team members within our company by making sure we build a legacy that gives back and strengthens our community.
And so one thing about this podcast, I want to make it valuable enough to where students can listen to this and take actionable steps, right? And so I want to do a task with you. Let's put together, 4 steps to find your purpose while in college. I'll do one and you can do one. And we
gotcha.
Like that.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
So my first one, I would say, read a book. It's just that simple. Find somebody that influences you, whether they're an entertainer, whether they're a business person, whoever, if they're successful enough, they probably have a book about their lives. Pick up a book and just read their story. Because when I once heard that reading someone's book is just as good as having a conversation with them. Mm-hmm. And so that would be my first step. Find somebody who influences you to do better and read a book about them, or read a book that has to do with their lives.
I 100% with read a book. I'm the worst at reading books. So I did read your ebook online.
Okay, awesome.
And I've read this book, so that's pretty much it. I'm the world's worst, but I'm ready to make that better. Mm-hmm. Secondly, find a mentor. Mm-hmm. You said I was your mentor. That's wrong. You're my mentor. We're mentees of each other. Find a mentor that can help you answer some of the questions that you might have, and that you can feel you can pick up the phone to call. So read a book about something that interests you in leadership.
Yeah.
I really, or sales or whatever you're interested in, and then find a mentor. So I think that's two good ones.
Okay, read a book, find a mentor, and for number 3, I would say network. And so for me, the main issue that I saw that made me want to just create this podcast is just seeing my peers in college. You know, I feel like a lot of them didn't know what they wanted to do. A lot of them lacked purpose, lacked direction. And so I just try to think of a way to really help them with that. And the best thing that I could think of was just to have them hear from successful people, you know, have them hear from positive influences. Awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. The first official episode will be out on Monday, December 10th. Visionary CJ signing out. Stay blessed and keep growing.